Rain is life. We all know that. There are some very interesting facts about rain that we don't know. So let's take an umbrella and jump into this puddle of cool facts about rain. No. 1. There are different types of rain. I mean, not just the ones we see in the weather forecast, but actual types. First of all, there is the rain we are familiar with, which is called conduction rain. This type of rain forms when the air near the Earth's surface is cooled to its dew point by contact with the cold ground. As the air cools, it forms clouds, which then produce rain. Another type of rain is known as convection rain. This type of rain forms when warm water evaporates from the ocean and then rises into the atmosphere. As the water vapor cools, it condenses into clouds and eventually falls back to Earth as rain. The third type of rain is orographic rain, which occurs when moist air is forced to rise over a mountain range or other elevated terrain. As the air rises, it cools, and the water vapor condenses into clouds, resulting in rain. And the last type of rain we will mention here is frontal rain. This occurs when a cold air mass replaces a warm air mass, forcing the warm air to rise. As the warm air rises, it cools, and the water vapor condenses into clouds, leading to rain. Number 2. In England, the Speaker of the House is not allowed to speak. Okay, this fact has nothing to do with rain, but we simply couldn't resist putting it at no. 2. Since our video is about rain, and the Speaker of the House is not allowed to speak. It's actually one of the many quirky rules and traditions of the British House of Commons. The Speaker is not allowed to speak because they are supposed to be impartial and not get involved in debates. Instead, they maintain order in the House and make sure that debates stay on topic. So if you ever hear the Speaker speak, you know something really important is going on. Number 3, it rains more on Venus than on Earth. That's right. Although Venus is known for its scorching hot temperatures, it also experiences more rainfall than Earth. According to NASA, Venus receives around 9 inches of rain annually, whereas Earth gets about 39 inches of rain per year. However, although it rains more on Venus, the rain only lasts for 9 days on average. While on Earth, rain can last for up to 60 days. On Venus, the rain evaporates quickly due to the high temperatures. The reason for the abundance of rain on Venus is its thick atmosphere, which traps heat and creates a runaway greenhouse effect. Number 4, the wettest place on Earth receives over 260 inches of rain per year. That's almost 7 meters of rain. The town of Cherrapunji in India holds the record for the wettest place on Earth. Located in the state of Meghalaya, Cherrapunji receives an average of 260 inches of rain per year. The town is situated in a valley surrounded by mountains, which causes moist air to be trapped and produce heavy rainfall. No. 5. Once it rains, the air feels fresher. Have you ever noticed how great the air smells after a fresh rain? Well, it's not just your imagination. Rain has a way of washing away pollutants and other particulates from the air, leaving it feeling fresher and more invigorating. Additionally, the water droplets released into the atmosphere during rainfall can help to form clouds, which can have a cooling effect on the air temperature. This can make the air feel more refreshing and pleasant, especially during hot and humid conditions. Finally, the sound of rain falling can have a soothing and relaxing effect on the mind, which can contribute to the overall feeling of freshness and cleanliness. Number 6. It can rain diamonds bigger than grizzly bears. You heard us right. It may sound far-fetched, but scientists believe that diamonds can rain on some planets and moons in the universe. Some astronomers think that planets like Neptune and Uranus could have diamond rain. A study published in the journal Nature in 2011 suggested that the swings in pressure and temperature on these planets could cause diamonds to precipitate out of the atmosphere.
Furthermore,
scientists believe that the swings in pressure and temperature on these planets could cause diamonds to precipitate out of the atmosphere. These diamonds are humongous and reach millions of carats in size. However, we haven't been able to confirm this theory because we couldn't send people there to collect the diamonds. If anyone wants to go to space to collect some giant diamonds, let us know. We will invest in your mission. No. 7. Rainwater is slightly acidic. Rainwater naturally has a slightly acidic pH level of around 5.6. This acidity is caused by the absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which forms carbonic acid in the water. However, this level of acidity is not harmful to humans or the environment. In fact, rainwater is slightly acidic enough to dissolve minerals and other substances in the soil, which can actually be beneficial for plants and other living things. In some cases, however, human activities such as burning fossil fuels can increase the amount of pollutants in the atmosphere, leading to acid rain. Acid rain has a much lower pH level and can be harmful to plants, animals, and the environment. No. 8. Rain can freeze before it hits the ground. Now this happens when temperatures are below freezing and water vapor in the clouds freezes into ice crystals before hitting the ground. These ice crystals can accumulate and build up over time, creating a layer of ice on the ground. This phenomenon is known as ice fog or diamond dust. Number 9. You can tell where it will rain next by watching a cloud. Okay, so you can't just look at a regular cloud and tell where it will rain next. But if you happen to look at a lenticular cloud, you can do just that. Lenticular clouds are lens-shaped clouds that form over mountains or hills. They are stationary and don't move with the wind like regular clouds. According to some sources, if you see a lenticular cloud over a particular area, it means that it will rain in that spot soon. However, other sources say that lenticular clouds form due to unstable air conditions and indicate that a storm is coming, not necessarily rain. But either way, if you see a lenticular cloud, keep your umbrella handy. Number 10. In Scotland, the Speaker of the House is not allowed to speak. Just kidding. We already told you that. But did you know that the Speaker of the House in Scotland is not allowed to speak? Well, it's true. The Scottish Parliament has their own speaker, and like their English counterpart, they are not allowed to speak. This rule is in place to ensure that the speaker remains impartial and does not show favoritism towards any political party. Number 11. During World War II, soldiers could tell when it was going to rain by listening to Harry Lauder sing "I Love Scotland Forever." Okay, this might sound crazy, but it's true. During World War II, soldiers in the British Army would listen to recordings of the Scottish singer Harry Lauder singing "I Love Scotland Forever" to predict the weather. Legend has it that it would rain the next day whenever Lauder sang the song. Though it sounds like an old wives' tale, there may be some truth to it. Lauder had a unique singing style that involved him tapping his foot on the floor while singing, and some people believe that the sound of his foot tapping was similar to the sound of rain hitting the ground. So maybe the soldiers were onto something. Number 12. Rain can help reduce stress. Taking a walk in the rain can help reduce stress levels, according to some studies. Being in nature and surrounded by lush greenery can have a calming effect on the mind and body. The sound of rain falling can also help block out distracting noises and allow you to focus on the present moment. Not only that, but the physical act of walking can help release endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. However, it's important to take safety precautions when walking in the rain, such as wearing appropriate footwear and clothing and avoiding areas that may be slippery or dangerous. Well, now you know a lot more about rain, so keep your umbrella handy and enjoy the next shower. And don't forget to subscribe.